Cancel Court is an improv comedy show. Some opinions and statements are exaggerated for entertainment purposes. The views expressed on Cancel Court are solely those of the individuals providing them and do not reflect the opinions of Defiant Digital or their respective affiliates or employees. Basically, we're gonna piss a lot of people off, but it. Cancel Court with Judge Tony Towns. In this episode, the retrial of Kanye West.
I, for one, haven't seen a pair of Yeezys yet that look good. And yet you niggas keep on buying. Kanye West ain't the crazy one. You niggas must be.
And now, let's go to the courtroom. In this quarter, the prosecution. Looking like he's gonna give you a great deal on a refrigerator. Welcome back, Ryan Davis. And in this quarter, the defense. Looking like a supervillain in a BET original. Give a warm welcome to Black Ron. Come to order. Cancel Court is now in session with Judge Tony Towns.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. First off, I would like to start out by saying thank you to the Defiant Digital family for finally getting us an air conditioning unit that actually works. And also would like to address our new bailiff, Miss Ebonique. I would like to welcome her to the courtroom today. Unfortunately, Ariel, our former bailiff, she's out today. Her birthday was yesterday and she was a little too lit and hungover, so she was not able to make it here today. So Cancel Court gave her the day off. Miss Ebonique, my God, welcome. We appreciate your presence. We really do. The prosecution fought very hard for a retrial due to public outcry from the fans and the continued stupidity by Mr. West. A motion for retrial is granted. So we are here today to determine if Kanye West, aka Yeezy, and all his different personalities should be canceled effective immediately. We have Cancel Court legend Mr. Ryan Davis representing the prosecution. Mr. Davis, welcome back. Things got a little heated between you and your rival, Mr. CP, in the Jada Pinkett trials.
Your Honor, I object.
I didn't speak not once while you were talking.
But I can still object. I don't give a fuck what
You don't have anything to object to. You just mad because you
Will
lose.
Smith is not on trial.
Yeah, man. CP is a formidable opponent, man. Love CP, man. But as you saw, my client is home right now, tightening up her Caesar. And that's what I would like to do today is the opposite. I'd like to sit Mr. West down forever because this is what I like to do. I like to give to my community. You know what I mean? And this is gonna be the perfect gift. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Davis, for that soliloquy. And next we have newcomer, Mr. Ron Daly, AKA Black Ron, representing the defense. Welcome to Cancel Court, sir. Mr. Black Ron, I hear you are considered the Malcolm X of comedy. How so? And do you think Malcolm X will be proud of the work that you do today?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I'd like to say I've been a fan of your daddy for quite some time. That being as it is, not only would your daddy be proud of me, Malcolm X would be as well. First of all, for the suit. Your Honor, I believe that the pride that I instill in black people when they gaze upon a man of my stature and hue, the pride that I instill in black women that have decided to give me some of themselves, and knowing that that is one of the best decisions they've made with that coochie, Lord. I give pride, amen, to everyone.
Thank you, sir. You do look casket sharp.
You're proud when you say it, ain't you, Your Honor?
Men's Warehouse. Both sides will have 2 minutes of opening statements. Then you will present factual evidence to the jury. Each attorney will be given 2 objections. You will have a chance at rebuttals. We will end with 2 minutes of closing arguments. Once all evidence is presented, the jury appears without bias, will decide the fate of Mr. Kanye West based on the evidence and the presentation by both sides with a clear and decisive decision. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. We will begin with the prosecution. Mr. Davis, please proceed with your opening statement.
All right. Kanye West on trial again. Why should we cancel Kanye West? One, like I said, we're here for a second time. We gave this nigga a chance already. How many chances You almost got canceled. We were nice enough to let you back in. And then you start doing that shit again, man. Kanye is like a loved one. He's somebody we felt loved us. He made us feel like he loved us. And then he keeps abusing us. But the defense is gonna tell you that he only beats us because he loves us. Even Tina Turner fought back in the limo, all right? At some point, we gotta get out of this relationship, all right? This is what happens whenever someone lets you go, when the court says you're innocent or lets you go, or you beat a case you probably shouldn't have beat. You're supposed to just sit your ass down. Y'all remember when OJ didn't? Gave that nigga a sentence like he killed somebody for holding somebody at gunpoint. And my point is, this nigga should have been canceled before. He wasn't. I don't give a fuck what he did. He's back in here. Throw the book at this nigga. There's no reason to have this nigga around. And I'm gonna prove it with this entire case that I put together 6 minutes ago. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan Davis. Mr. Black Ron, please present with your opening statement, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. First of all, I'd like to say that Ryan's jacket is tight, but his case is not, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'd like to say that I love Ryan Davis. And much to his point, because I love him, I'm going to beat him in front of everybody in here today, Your Honor. We're here to try a man again for something he's already been acquitted of. Now, where I'm from, they call that double jeopardy. Now, I'm not gonna attempt to defend any of Kanye's previous allegations that he's already been acquitted for, nor am I gonna attempt to defend what he's already here for today, Your Honor. You see, Kanye West is innocent and not guilty by reason of insanity. When he said, nah, wait till I get my money right. Excuse me? Were you saying something? You can't tell me nothing. You, nor any of you in here today can tell him nothing. The man has already told himself everything he's ever wanted to know. He's Jesus. Dare I say, Yeezus. And Yeezy don't need your court. The man has already consumed himself, Your Honor. And a crazy nigga can't be held by today's reality. So why are we even here?
Thank you, Mr. Black Ron, for that interesting opening statement. Thank you, sir. Mr. Ryan Davis, please present your first piece of evidence from the prosecution.
I'm glad my opponent decided to bring up things Kanye West have said in the past. He's crazy. Crazy nigga. No, he's not. He's disrespectful. This nigga used us. He used us to gain money. Whatever happened to I get down from my grandfather who took my mother, made us sit in that seat when white folks ain't want us to eat. At the tender age of 6, she was arrested for the sit-ins. For that in my blood, I was born to be different. Slavery was a choice though. Nigga, this nigga, he might be crazy. He might be two completely different motherfuckers. I say cancel them both. This is the crazy part, right? You take all of the stuff Kanye West has said. If he was any other race, we wouldn't fuck with him. Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. She just took them and put them into another sense of slavery. This nigga says so much stuff about us, but he used us to make us believe that he fuck with us in order to get our money. We love this nigga so much, we decided to pay to look homeless to support him. And he told us straight to our face all the disrespect he was doing. I love y'all so much. I'm not like these other niggas. When these other niggas get on, they gonna leave you and be with a white girl. And then this nigga left every black woman he's ever dated and ended up with a white girl. And then after she left him, he ain't dated nothing but white women. And then when he can't see his kids, he go, look how they do the black man. No, nigga, you don't fuck with us. Let's be honest. Why are we holding on to him? Is it the music? The last time he made a hot song was Father Stretch My Hands. That was 6 years ago. I'm done stretching. Are y'all? We already got the music in our playlist. What more do you want from this nigga? He does nothing. Nothing. Oh man, he mixes a little hip hop in the Sunday service. We got Kirk Franklin. Don't need him. Don't need him. What the fuck do we need Kanye for? Why do we need a nigga who disrespects us all day and then hide it under the guise of crazy?
Objection, Your Honor.
On what grounds,
On the
Mr.
grounds that
Blackmon?
I can't see his neck.
And this is the crazy part. I'm glad you brought that up. Keeping Kanye around is as senseless as me having a collar. What is the point? See, even you can tell when something don't make sense. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Warning, we recorded this episode before this nigga Kanye said he loves Nazis.
Ron, do you have any rebuttals from what you just heard?
Several, Your Honor, but I'll just go with a few. First of all, he looks like Rock. Just want to say, Mr. Davis just said that there's a juxtaposition in Kanye's lyrics versus his real-life actions. He said that in a song where he attributed his grandfather and his mother for being civil rights activists, he then turned around and said that slavery was a choice, Your Honor. That's what we call a juxtaposition. And then he said that when he get on, he'll leave your ass for a white girl. And then Kanye himself left said ass for a white girl. That seems like a juxtaposition. I can give you another. In 2005, Kanye West stood on national TV and said, George Bush hates black people. And then in 2015, Kanye West had on a MAGA hat. Seems like a juxtaposition. Or does it seem like a person with multiple personality disorder? See, the Kanye that you love is but one Kanye. Ah, yeah, that Kanye we all fell in love with. That college dropout Kanye, huh? That late registration Kanye. That graduation Kanye. That 808s and heartbreak Kanye. Oh, but somewhere along the line, somebody else took a hold of the wheel and all of a sudden we had a beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy. All of a sudden it was niggas in Paris. And you needed to watch the throne. All of a sudden, no one man should have all that power. Yet y'all continue to give that one man that power. It amazes me how my opponent pointed out that his clothes looked homeless without pointing out that the nigga made billions. I, for one, haven't seen a pair of Yeezys yet that look good. Have you?
No.
And yet you niggas keep on buying them. Kanye West ain't the crazy one. You niggas must be crazy. You must be the lost your ever-loving mind. Why would you keep on supporting a nigga that told you niggas can't tell me nothing? That I have conversations with the devil and I laugh at the things he says. And then the minute you get ready to counsel him and decide not to, he takes y'all to church, literally. Has Sunday service and you are compelled to pull up wearing all of that homeless shit. You came in droves, Your Honor. You supported him. You say you want to cancel him while you also said that you got his music in your playlist. Well, if you cancel him, you must gonna cancel his art. Can't have one without the other, right, Your Honor? How can you throw away a man without throwing away everything that man made, including those homeless clothes and ugly shoes, including all of those bangers and countless hits, the ones that my opponent so eloquently quoted? You said that you don't fuck with his music, but you showed up to concerts where any nigga, we don't know if that was Kanye or not, had on a stocking over his head and walked around a sold-out arena, Your Honor, not rapping, not performing, just holding a microphone and letting the tracks play. If Kanye West is guilty of anything, it's guilty of overindulgence. And you have overindulged him for far too long. How can you decide today that you've had too much? If we've way past the brink of much. My opponent said we should have canceled him long ago. But you didn't. This is the bed you made, America. Now lay your black ass down.
Aw, shit. Cancel Court will be right back.
Mr. Davis, I have a quick question for you. Kanye West talked about how abortions was a problem in the black community. What Kanye was trying to say in essence was these abortion clinics were basically formed as a black genocide. What do you say to that when Kanye's like, hey, yes, abortion, you have a choice, but why are we getting rid of our own? Why are we killing our own babies? That's what they're trying to do. That's what white people want us to do. They put this system in place for us to kill off ourselves because we're uneducated to what they're trying to do. Would you like to speak on that, him defending the black community and fighting for the black community?
See, this is the funny part, Your Honor, that he would say something like that. Because this is the same nigga who was running for president and then burst into tears for no reason, screaming, I almost killed my daughter. I was gonna kill my daughter. Like, isn't your daughter a little black girl? I know you don't make them with black women, but technically, it's amazing to me, man. But I get why the defense is so gun-ho to defend him. Some people love conflicting ideals, like both of his necklaces. Makes absolutely no sense to be both of these niggas. I don't know if this nigga wants to sage the courtroom or sell me a nickel. Either way, this is what it is. He's dressed like he's going to a juke joint with an Undertaker hat. I don't know what this nigga's up to. Looks like an extra in the Smooth Criminal video. But at the end of the day, how can you expect to listen to somebody with conflicting ideals like that talk about somebody with conflicting ideals? He says we shouldn't cancel Kanye because we should have canceled him before. That's why we're here again. Because everybody deserves second chances. I think a defense attorney should understand that, right? But you're conflicted, I guess. I care about black lives being lost. I do. And what Kanye said about uneducated women falling into genocide is great. They could have been doctors, they could have been lawyers or everything, but Kanye also is the person who tells us that we should listen to him. And he ain't one of the Cosbys. He ain't go to Hillman. So which one is it? Nigga, should we listen to educated people or worry about the doctors or lawyers, or should we listen to a nigga who ain't made a hype beat in 6 fucking years? This is the nuttiest shit ever. So I'll give you that. The nigga is crazy. The nigga is definitely crazy. Who wanna be around crazy niggas? They got a place for niggas like Kanye. Let's just cancel them and send them there. And keep the music. That's what we did with R. Kelly. We sent them somewhere. And we ain't worried about none of his opinions. But we still don't see nothing wrong. With a little bit. It's a smidge. A bump and grind. It's possible to cancel people and keep their music. You can't cancel somebody and then keep their art. What are you talking about? Nigga, our forefathers owned slaves. Slavery is no longer a thing, but we still keep the Constitution. That's the way it works. We be like, hey, fuck that bullshit that they were on before. You know what I mean? We can cancel some things about people and keep the good that they did. Bill Cosby supposedly paid for the audio at Martin Luther King's speech, and Bill Cosby got canceled. We gonna stop listening to the I Have a Dream speech? Let's not be ridiculous. I'm not gonna stop listening to Kanye West. Old Kanye West. I'll let The Undertaker go. No further, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
You've
Davis.
been hit by.
Looking ass.
You just had to do that, huh?
I didn't say a single joke the whole time. Nigga just unleashed on me on the last one. Nah, no thank you.
Mr. Blackburn, I have a question for you. One of the things that really caused a lot of people to feel away about your client, Mr. Kanye West, was that he mocked the Black Lives Matter and what Black Lives Matter stood for. Not necessarily the organization, but the movement and what it stood for, which was that knee on George Floyd's neck, the knee on black people in America. He not only offended and pissed off black people, but he also offended and pissed off Jewish people as well. What do you say to that?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, that's a brilliant question.
Thank you.
But before I answer, I'd like to address what my co-counsel said here earlier today. I am a nigga dressed like two different individuals, Your Honor. I would sage the room after I sold you a nickel. I would, Your Honor. I am the juxtaposition that I spoke to earlier, which is why I am perfectly suited to defend Mr. West. See, I'm a nigga from both sides. I code switch, as you can tell by my eloquent vernacular.
Sound like T.I.
But I'm a nigga from the hood like anyone else, Your Honor. See, it's my ability to exist in both spaces that allows me to see exactly why Mr. West should be acquitted today. It's kind of like my opponent when he says he's on a diet. We can clearly see he's not gonna follow through, but we cheer him on anyway. He's a man dressed like he's looking for the unemployment office, Your Honor, so that he can be there all day, searching for another excuse to go home play PlayStation at the house where he resides in, where another black woman is supporting him. But to your question, Your Honor, you asked me, how is it a man could offend 3 different entities and yet deserve to not be canceled? First, you said he offended the Black Lives Matter movement with his juxtaposition of the White Lives Matter t-shirt and his appearance with Candace Owens. But I'd like to point out that the Black Lives Matter movement amassed millions of dollars, Your Honor. Some say $1 billion, it's arguable. And yet none of those proceeds went to any of the families of any of the men and women that were slain in which that movement garnered its name. So if anybody was using our people, it would seem like it would be an entity like that.
But sir, that wasn't the movement, that was the organization. It's 2 separate entities.
I'm drawing a larger point. And then we have the erroneous and egregious statements made against the late Mr. Floyd. When has a drunk nigga not put his foot in his mouth, Your Honor? Was he not on the set of a show called Drink Champs, where the host himself said he was too inebriated to divert the conversation and change the topic? Well, if the hosts are too drunk, wouldn't the guests be too drunk? And since when has a drunk nigga ever said anything lucid or anything he should be held accountable for on a sober day? especially if those were some wrong things said, some false facts, some alternative facts. And now we get to the greater statement, the reason why we're really here today. Kanye West, a man who went from asking for money online to becoming the richest black man in American history in that same 6-year span when he wasn't making beats for people like Mr. Davis.
Well,
It ain't your turn to talk. See, people like Mr. Davis want you to shut up and dribble. Do what it is that we know you for. How dare you dare to expand, nigga? And where I'm from, they call that a house nigga mentality. And a house nigga was indeed a slave, was he not, Your Honor?
Yes, he was.
But we ain't been slaves since 1865, right, Your Honor?
That's correct.
So it would seem that that slavery is a choice. So hush, house nigga, and let me talk.
yeah, just because you black as hell don't make you a field nigga. You just dark.
No,
nigga.
but because I'm black as hell, it makes me a real nigga. The reason Mr. West is on trial again today, Your Honor, is because, if I could speak in pig Latin, he said something about them OJs.
What?
I said he said something about the Jews, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Now, we all have seen black men of prominence run afoul with those of the Judaic community and suffer for it, namely Nick Cannon as of late. So what did he say? Can any of us actually recall what he said? Or was it the fact that he said something about him at all? Did he say something anti-Semitic? Arguable. Did he say something offensive? Possible. Does he not have the right to do so as an American citizen? Does he not have free speech? The freedom to put your foot in your mouth? The freedom to say the wrong fucking thing? Should he be counseled because of that? What type of communist society are we living in? I remember a society as such. It's the same society that persecuted the Jews, Your Honor. So you're telling me that a man gets persecuted for saying something about a community that was persecuted? If that ain't the pot calling the kettle. Black, that is.
This nigga might get cancel court canceled. Cancel court might be back.
As a matter of fact, Your Honor, I'd like to call a witness. Your witness, I'd like to call Mr. CP to the stand.
Mr. CP?
My nigga.
We have our first witness, Mr. CP. Mr. Blackwan, please begin with your questioning with your witness, please.
First of all, Your Honor, what up, though?
What up, though? How's it going, sir? Go green.
You know I can't call it like alcohol.
Tell me.
You feel me? Now, wait a minute.
Thank you, Your Honor. What up, though, as well, CP?
What up, my brother? First of all, can I tell you how sharp you look?
My nigga, you better take your time.
Can I tell you what it look like? It look like you put on that mask on the Jim Carrey movie and that whole suit.
Somebody better stop me.
Hey, man.
Somebody
That
better
nigga pulled
stop
up like
me.
smoking.
Boy.
Go ahead, my man. Talk to him.
My boy.
Order. Thank you, Mr. CP.
No doubt.
Now,
Mr.
CP, you're somebody that's known as a nigga that keeps it real. Is it not
Man,
true?
please. Can't get kept no realer.
Can't get kept. No realer.
Slap my motherfucking
My
head.
nigga.
Aw.
So, CP, I got a couple things I need you to confirm for me, brother.
What's up? Talk to me.
Now, they say Kanye said some things out the way about George Floyd. But is it not true that in June of 2020, less than 1 month after he had passed away, Kanye West gave the family of George Floyd 2 of them meal tickets, I'm talking about $2 million.
So, are you asking me, is it possible for a person to have an opinion, but also have compassion for somebody as well?
Boy, this nigga really did go to college. It's amazing, CP, that you could instantly draw that inference from a question I wasn't even through forming.
Got you.
Do you feel that that's possible, sir?
Absolutely. It's similar to having a child that you want to go down a certain path, but yet and still, through being their parent, you monetarily pay for whatever path they choose because that's that person's choice. See, sometimes I think that as black people, we get caught up in being the black.
Take your time.
So can I break it down for you?
Take
Ryan?
your time, brother.
We get caught up in being the black vote, right? Even though we're a diverse group of people with all kind of socioeconomic needs, we're not really a black vote. They group us in that way because they want to herd us like a big ass group of sheep that they want to be able to, we want to push this narrative to be able to push this political party, etc. But the same thing that we do as it pertains to the black opinion, right? We have to have one steady black opinion. And if you don't have that black opinion, well, guess what? You ain't black, right? But if you look at our counterparts across the world, right? White people in general, for example, little Junior, his father's a lawyer, his mother is a nurse. Junior has pink hair and an earring that go from his nose to his ass. All he listens to is Linkin Park and shout out to Linkin Park, they called themselves, but you know, Alien Ant Farm.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my man from Linkin Park for sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's gonna go to law school. He's gonna be a great lawyer. He's also gonna be a very diverse human being because he was able to go through different stages and have different opinions because nobody ever has the same life. Two people grow up in the same household, don't even have the same parents because you got those parents at different times.
To your point, now we want to hold him responsible for everything he did in his formative years and now make an appraisal of who he's gonna be going forward.
I think also, Ron, to speak on George Floyd and his death is inexcusable in a way that the way that your grandma talk about her boss in her moo-moo in her kitchen while she cutting up potatoes. It's kind of off limits to what the world is. How many times would grandma be canceled if she talked about the crackers at work? It's very peculiar how the cancel culture is about knocking down black celebrities. And as a matter of fact, I can't think of 3 non-black celebrities that we've tried to cancel. Think about what Brett Favre did and the money that he stole from the Mississippi welfare.
5 million of them things, to be exact.
Never even talked about canceling him. The fact of the matter is, when I look across the courtroom and I see the prosecution.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witness was pointing to this nigga here.
It's noted.
And how eager they are to cancel a black man for their mistakes. When I could tell you 50 mistakes that I've seen white and Jewish people make. Nobody talked about Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface for a whole movie and trying to pair it up like it was funny. And it was just like, he a good actor because he act like it's like, well, you know.
Say that.
Say the same shit about Ted Danson did.
Or Mel Gibson while we talking.
But see, what happens is we turn into this snowball of a lynch mob because they tell us to. Do you know that we don't have to cancel anybody because they fucked with somebody else? You know that if this was prison, they would have to answer to the blacks before they could even fucking touch a black.
We'll handle that in
Yeah,
house.
we got shit that we want to talk to Kanye about. But I'll be damned if we gonna sit here and cancel this man, letting them make an example in front of us on purpose. This is a scare tactic. But we letting them tell us how to treat him. That's what we always do. That's why it's like every time he fuck up in front of people who was like, damn it, this is company, Kanye. This ain't the crib. Cause now we gotta deal with publicly loving you while putting all of our jobs at jeopardy. Putting all of our livelihoods at jeopardy because we gotta publicly love on your ass because we real niggas who don't leave niggas behind. They shooting at all of us. He just the one that got shot. You gonna leave the nigga cause he got shot? Yeah, he talked too fucking much. A lot of you niggas talk too fucking much. He just the most famous talk too much nigga. Can I tell you something?
Tell me, brother.
The prosecution talk too fucking much sometimes.
Right now today. But if he had billions, there will be those outcrying for his cancellation. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Can I tell Ron how dope that metal briefcase splashed off that suit?
Hey, boy,
Is that 3-piece?
get it with the shoe, though.
Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't have a different color leather swap over.
It's called a double monk strap.
Mr. Davis, you have 2 minutes to ask your questions.
2 minutes. Jesus, these niggas talk all day about nothing. And then proceeded to ask this nigga to toot it up multiple times so we could get a view of this outfit that makes no sense. I don't understand.
He is just mad that he can't put his foot up there.
I didn't speak one time in the middle of it. You just mad because I'm making points and you feel like you've been hit by. You've been struck by. You know the rest. Listen, I don't know what's going on. This nigga's trying to convince everybody that being black is somehow about counterculture. Do you think people in Nigeria care what the fuck the Dutch do? People have different cultures for a reason. It's culture. That's why it's called cancel culture. We only cancel people in our fucking culture. We hadn't been in here one time trying to cancel Johnny Depp. Do you watch the show? The reason the nigga is on trial because he's ours. We don't give a fuck what white people are doing. That's not what the show is about. We just saying anything now.
Your Honor, does he have any questions for me?
No,
or?
I'm not talking to you yet, but it's coming.
Objection, Your Honor.
Oh, wow.
If he's not
Everything-
talking to the witness, the hell is he talking about?
All right.
Overruled.
He up here looking like a cool-ass principal.
And now I'm about to take you to school. Listen. We know what black men are like. You know what the culture is like. See, Kanye could have talked on the Breakfast Club. Nah, he went and did the interview with Fox News. Nah, he's showing up with Candace Owens. Shit, we've already canceled. That's not even of our culture. He could have went, he's friends with Charlamagne. He could have went to Breakfast Club where you know millions of black people could see it and you could get your message across. And he called Charlamagne, and did he talk about what he wanted to do with the black community? No. He said, help me. A white man with a 10-inch dick is fucking my wife. Now, what part of the culture is that? Your homeboy hits you up, help me. A white boy with a 10-inch dick is fucking my wife. What's your response?
Why you know how
What
big
is your response? This is Kanye. This is what Kanye said to Charlamagne. Your friend hits you, help me. How do you expect you to help?
How that wasn't in, how was that in your brief? That wasn't in nobody else's brief about the 10 inch.
I didn't read it
See how he don't
nowhere
want
in
to
my
answer?
brief.
Every
What did you
nigga in
Google?
here would be like, get the fuck off my phone, bro. The fact of the matter is, y'all are just saying anything, just to try to make us feel sorry for this nigga. Since when did y'all feel sorry for a fucking billionaire? Never. I don't feel sorry for this nigga. See, he wants to make it seem like culture is a bad thing, but then straight went to grandma in a moo-moo cooking potatoes. You see how vivid that shit is? Because that's cultural. So which one is it? Do we have a culture or should we not have a culture? Look, man, no one said black people can't have opinions. At the end of the day, no one cares. We're not here because of what he said about the Jewish community. There ain't one nigga in here that's like, he said something about the Jews, let's cancel him. Not one nigga in here. We said because of what the fuck that nigga says about us. When are y'all gonna make an argument about the shit he said about us?
Ask me a question.
Could you please step down and leave? That's a question.
Are you done with the witness, sir?
Nah, I never needed him. Oh! He couldn't even answer a simple question. I asked one question.
You asked me a question about a 10-inch dick, fam. I don't know what you want me to say. You put that in your argument on purpose. I'm
You're
like,
making my point. You're making my point. That's the shit that he comes to the black community and asks for help. He ain't asked for no interview. He asked Charlamagne to help me. A white man with a 10-inch dick is fucking my wife. That nigga didn't come to him about abortions. He didn't come to him about the black murder rate. He didn't come to all this shit. He supposedly loved black people. He could have said all this shit, and he was like, nah, It's a white nigga in my bitch, man. We don't have a use for this nigga. Y'all are making up reasons to excuse ridiculous behavior. Now we supposed to respect that he can say whatever because they only want to cancel black people. But earlier, the nigga crazy. We shouldn't really hold the nigga accountable for nothing that he says. What is the defense? I'm trying to figure out what am I fighting against. I just want to be able to make a rebuttal without having to rebut 90 different things that don't even coincide, like your
crazy.
outfit.
You feel
it
crazy,
just
don't you?
doesn't make sense, man. And I want so badly to have a civilized conversation because I feel like it's important for me to just beat y'all straight up. And y'all won't let it happen. Because y'all are like, we gonna confuse these niggas into oblivion until we get a hung jury. What are we doing?
What are you doing?
What is happening right now?
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
No, thank you, Your Honor. What is it for real? This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. I really just.
Thank you, Mr. CP. You
Hey,
are
man,
dismissed.
this is. Woo!
Are these niggas about to fight again? Cancel Court. We'll be right back.
Thank you. At this time, we will begin with closing arguments. Both sides have 2 minutes.
All right, so I'm gonna make this brief because we know I've already won. Listen, Kanye, like he said, wait till I get my money right. These niggas can't tell me nothing. The nigga says, because they made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. The nigga constantly tells people, like he told Pierce Morgan, how much money you make? Then you can't talk to me about nothing. Kanye believes because he has this money that we gave them, he is now better than us. To the point where he don't respect our lives. Literally. George Floyd lost his life. And he said, because I pushed Adidas into pulling out, I know what it is to have a knee on my neck. Since when was losing money like losing your life? And he said it in the middle of a so-called apology to us. That nigga was like, I'm sorry, and then spit directly into our fucking faces. And we having a conversation on whether this nigga's still invited to the cookout. All he gonna do is bring his girlfriend who's gonna fuck up the potato salad. Why are we even entertaining this nigga, man? At some point, y'all, we gotta just cut ties with people. It don't matter if they can drum over soul beats. That's that nigga's contribution to our livelihood. And now we have a chance to unknow this nigga. The time is now. Do the right thing, you guys. When they ask y'all if you want to cancel Kanye West, very simply, just raise your hand. You ain't got to say nothing. Just like Kanye. I ain't got to say nothing. Sometimes you can have more power with just being quiet than you ever can by saying some bullshit. So, as he gets up here and tries to tell y'all all kinds of lies or what word salad he comes up with to confuse you and blame it on the alcohol, remember when he was on Drink Champs, just like our grandmas would tell you, a drunk man speaks a sober mind. That nigga meant everything he said about George Floyd and about the black community. He don't need us, so show him. The prosecution rests.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Mr. Blackron, you have 2 minutes in closing arguments.
Well, spoken like a true bitter bitch. You know, Your Honor, and I say bitter bitch in the most endearing of ways. Because they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And like a scornful woman, my co-counsel sat up here and laid out everything that he had a grievance with against Kanye. How you gonna get to right now and decide that this is your breaking point, the minute the man is telling you they are trying to break me. See, when he said slavery was a choice, Your Honor, black folks could have counseled him. But we didn't, because we believe in live and let a nigga live. And when black people were the only ones offended by what he said, black people didn't do a damn thing but buy more shoes and more clothes. It wasn't until other non-black people decided that they had a problem with Kanye that y'all decided that he should be brought back to this court and retried for something niggas had already said he was good for. We're not doing this for the culture. We're not doing this for black folks. We're doing this to appease them. That's some slavery shit. Well, we'll grab one of our own and hoist him up in effigy, whoop him and beat him and flog him to appease the master. And you expecting us to do it today based on some shit he already was tried for? We've already known that the boy got bipolar, and we know he don't take his meds because he say he don't feel creative when he on his meds. So we got a known crazy nigga off his meds, being plied with alcohol and being asked polarizing, triggering, reactionary questions. And we know this nigga say whatever come to whatever mind he's operating in. And then we want to hold him accountable for it. That's like giving your child the keys and holding them accountable for the car wreck they're inevitably gonna get in.
Thank you, Mr. Black Ron. At this time, it is up to you, the jury, to render a final verdict. It's not up to me. It's not up to the beautiful, beautiful Miss Ebonique. Thank you for being here today. It's a wonderful day with your presence. My God. It's not up to Ebonique to make this decision. It's up to you. At this time, all those in favor of officially canceling Kanye West, please raise your right hand and say aye. Thank you. All those in favor of not canceling Kanye West, please raise your right hand and say nay.
That sounded quiet. I ain't even looked back.
Thank you. A decision has been rendered. Kanye West is officially canceled. That is so ordered.
Welcome to cancel court, man.
Man, clearly you paid this nigga.
Yeah.
And these niggas.
No. They paid attention. And
Nah.
that's what happened. Justice was served today.
It was sure that a vendetta was carried out against my client today.
Black Ron got introduced to cancel court, you know. I have to haze everybody.
We all saw what happened here today, man. Niggas got in there and hated. And the judge, he don't wear no drawers under his robe.
I had to participate in canceling somebody that I looked up to for a long time, man.
I mean, look at the judge. Look at the prosecutor. You could tell they didn't get no pussy in high school.
That nigga was best dressed just to lose. I don't know why these niggas do this. It's about the argument. It's not about the duds.
So they hated on my dog. And look what happened. Now he canceled.
And we know that this nigga should have been canceled the first time. Shout out to my nigga Ryan Taylor. This wins for you.
We'll get that appeal just like we'll be out with another album and some more ugly shit for y'all to buy.
Kanye got what he deserved. He earned this one. That nigga canceled. God! Hope he don't make another album. This nigga's trash. Garbage.